हेलो। रियास है। रियास। हेलो रियास। Riaz. Riaz.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Riaz.
Hello, sir. One minute, sir.
Riaz.
Hello, sir. കേൾക്കാമോ sir?
ഇപ്പൊ കേൾക്കാം അല്ലേ? റിയാസേ, റിയാസ് ഈ പേരിലാണോ ജോയിൻ ചെയ്യുന്നത്? റിയാസ്.
അതെ സർ.
അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ അദ്ദേഹത്തോട് പറയാം, റിയാസിനെ കോ-ഹോസ്റ്റ് ആക്കാൻ പറയാം. ഓക്കെ
ശരി സർ.
ഓക്കെ.
അമ്രൂസേ ആയടാ ഹോസ്റ്റലുണ്ടോ?
പ്ലേറ്റ് ഉണ്ട് സ്റ്റാൻഡ് സ്റ്റാൻഡ്.
नहीं Hey, the old order pathi the old order extension aicha.
తర్వాత సినిమా వస్తుంది చూడాలి అదే ఎప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తుంది అర్థం
हाँ देख लो मैं आप दोनों चीजें ऑन की हुई हैं मैंने जो मीटिंग जारी हो रही है भी चल रहा है
Connected.
Feedback का link
I have, okay, now I have unmuted it. Okay. Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening. Good evening, Dr. Srija. Okay.
Good evening, sir.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Good evening, everybody.
I can hear you.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So the speaker has already joined. We will start the program exactly at 6 o'clock. Okay.
हम तो स्टूडेंट ना SMC कॉलेज एकदम सेट MC कॉलेज ऑफ डेजिग्नेशन में नहीं ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की बात कर रहा हूँ मैं
Hi, Arvi.
Was the topic relevant considering the present scenario daily productivity? Yes, excellent.
थैंक यू
Oi, problema da.
ఏదైనా పర్లేదు
पैकेजिंग एंड लेबलिंग FRD
मैं क्या लिखूं? Storage.
थोड़ा जल्दी कर ले स्टोरेज एंड पैकेजिंग मटेरियल नहीं स्टोरेज एंड पैकेजिंग मटेरियल
हेलो सर बोलिए सर
Hello, Rakendu.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, dear.
Hey. Hey. பாட்டு கொடுத்துறடா நீ என்னன்னா மைண்ட்லேட்டா பண்ணுவான் சரிப்பா என்ன
Since it's already time, we'll start the program. Good evening, one and all present here. It's an honor itself to honor this beautiful audience who have gathered here. On this Engineers Day, remembering the engineer, Dr. Verghese Kurian, who transformed Indian dairying and led India to become world's largest producer of milk. A person who doesn't have respect for time and does not have a sense of timing can achieve little. With this beautiful quote by Dr. Verghese Kurian, let us move on to the webinar. Indian Dairy Association Kerala chapter and College of Dairy Science and Technology Manuti were conducting a webinar series in connection with Dr. Verghese Kurian birth centenary celebration. And we'll be running a live question and answer session at the end of the webinar. So the participants are requested to raise your questions at the end of the session. And all the participants are humbly requested to mute yourself, the audio as well as the video during the presentation for the uninterrupted session. So I kindly request you all to mute your video as well as the audio. And all the participants can raise your question either by unmuting your audio or you can put the questions on the chat box. So I encourage all the participants to take an active part in the interacting discussion session. And today we'll be having a photo session at the end of the discussion part after the question and answer session. So I request all the participants at that time, everyone please unmute your your video and kindly cooperate with us. So today we are having a very talented and eminent speaker to take over the 10th webinar in connection with Dr. Verghese Kurian birth centenary celebration on fermented dairy foods, prospects and challenges. First of all, I would like to invite Dr. S.N. Rajkumar, Chairman, IDEA Kerala Chapter and Dean, College of Dairy Science and Technology, Manuti, to deliver the welcome speech. Sir, please.
Thank you. Good evening to one and all. Respected participants for today's webinar. Today, as all of you know, Indian Dairy Association, in connection with the College of Dairy Science and Technology, Manuti, organizing the 10th webinar in connection with the Dr. Verghese Kurian birth centenary celebration. The topic of today's seminar is fermented dairy products, prospects and challenges. The speaker of today's program is Dr. Shrija V. So coming to the brief introduction regarding the speaker, Dr. Shrija V. She is assistant professor and heading the Department of Dairy Microbiology, College of Dairy Science, Kamadeli University, Anand, Gujarat. Her major activities includes teaching, research, administration, and extension. Her research area includes functional fermented dairy foods, lactic acid bacteria, probiotic and health benefits, composite fermented dairy foods containing cereals and savory forms of lactic acid bacteria. She has guided 8 MTech dairy microbiology students. She is also rendering the service as facilitator training program. He is involved as a principal investigator and co-principal investigator in research projects sponsored by Indian Council of Agriculture Research, ICR, Government of India, Department of Biotechnology, then Gujarat State Biotechnology Mission, and Government of Gujarat. She is a life member of many professional organizations like Association of Food Scientists and Technologists India, Indian Dairy Association, Dairy Technology Society of India, then Indian Science Congress Association, and Swedish South Asian Network on Fermented Foods. She has undergone advanced training in fermented technology from Lund University, Sweden under NAIP of ICR. Dr. Shrija V has won IDA Best Research Paper Award, Professor J.P. Trivedi Award conferred by the Gujarat Association for Agricultural Sciences 2 times, 12 research poster award in international and national conferences. She has authored 18 research papers, 6 review papers, 1 book, 3 book chapters, e-courses, and around 10 technical papers. She has been awarded the Best Teacher Award. This is a brief introduction about our today's speaker. So now over to the speaker for deliberation. Dr. Shrija B, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for your kind introduction. A very
Dr.
good
Shrija,
evening to
Dr. Shrija,
one
please
and
1
all.
minute. Please, Dr. Shrija, please 1 minute. 1 minute. So please, the participants, Dr. Rajkumar of NSSAI, Dr. P. Prabul, then again Pratham Mudgal, not Pratham Mudgal, so Ravindra Reddy, Ragesh Fasda, they have not muted their microphone. A lot of noise is coming out. Please mute. If you want to hear the program correctly, please mute your microphones. Okay. Srija, please continue.
A very good evening to one and all attending this webinar, and respected members of IDA Kerala chapter, and all the participants who are there in this webinar, and organizers, my colleagues, friends, and ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I would like to thank organizers, IDA Kerala chapter for giving me this opportunity, especially on the occasion of the birth centenary celebrations of Milkman of India. So I take this opportunity to thank IDA Kerala chapter, Givargi sir, and Dr. Aparna also. So, sir, I'm going to share the screen. Sir, allow me to share the screen.
Riaz, please permit her to share the screen.
Oh, okay, sir. One minute.
Yes, it will come. Dr. Srija.
Yes, sir.
So it is not appearing in the main screen, Dr. Srija.
Okay. It's coming as host disabled participant screen sharing.
Participants are requested to kindly mute yourself.
So the host disabled part, it's coming
Ma'am,
as host disabled.
now check, ma'am. Can you check, please, now? Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, can you check now? Please check now.
Okay, it's okay.
Oh.
Okay, Srija, it is coming. Okay, you
yes,
proceed.
Yes,
okay. Please, others, please mute your microphone.
Okay, sir. Is it okay, sir?
It is okay. First slide I could see. Everybody could see. Okay.
It's okay.
Okay, sir. So now my topic is fermented dairy foods, prospects and challenges. So I'll be covering health, diet, and Indians in the current pandemic scenario, fermented dairy foods and their role in the health, prospects, some of the research works that we have carried out at our institute, and the challenges. So in the backdrop of COVID-19, health has become the top priority for Indians. So in an online survey that has been conducted towards the end of 2020, which has covered around 2,500 people in the metro cities of India, it was observed that over 70% of the consumers, they said that they are ready to prioritize their dietary changes over going to a gym or fitness centers. That we already know that during the pandemic time, no gym or fitness centers were open. So the shift is clearly visible here, and around 71%, they expressed that the lack of time, poor taste of healthy products, and confusing technical details of healthy products was working against their health, especially in with respect to purchasing decisions that they have to make in relation to the healthy foods. And 72% of the responses, they cited a lack of time, and while 66% cited poor taste of healthy items to be their biggest obstacle. The interesting fact is that 73% of them highlighted that they would still consume unhealthy options, since these unhealthy options are tasty, convenient, and part of their daily lifestyle. So looking to this, what is we can sum up is that the consumer focus is more on the health and wellness foods, particularly on the gut health and mental health. Then they are more and more interested in the immune boosting foods, convenience, as well as a particular food item becoming part of the daily lifestyle food is very important for the consumers. And above all, the taste does matter. So the consumers are ready to even consume the unhealthy options if they find it to be tasty and part of their lifestyle foods. So the taste is an important aspect there. I can say at the topmost important aspect there. Then healthy snacking options. The consumers want is snacking. Indians are used to this taking snacks. So right now they are shifting to more and more healthy snacking options, and they want ready to eat healthy foods and functional foods owing to the increase in the non-communicable diseases rate, and as well as those who were suffering from these non-communicable diseases were more prone to the COVID infections. So fermented dairy foods, if you take a look at that slide, most of the things that the consumers want in their healthy food items are already present in our fermented dairy products. They have this fermented dairy foods have a naturally healthy image. They are already part of our daily life, our custom, our tradition, and dairy matrices are considered nutritionally and functionally rich. So the people associate dairy with a naturally healthy option. And also traditionally fermented dairy foods have been associated with gut health. For example, if you're having some stomach problems or ailments, usually what we do at home is we initially opt for light foods where curd and buttermilk is a part of it. And if it is giving some relief to us, we usually don't go to a doctor. Then the fermented dairy foods are contributing to the economy of our country and as well as to our farmers, and it adds taste and variety to our daily life that we all are knowing. Then ease of delivering functional ingredients like probiotics are another very important aspect, which is boosting the image of fermented dairy foods there. They already have a safety status because of the traditional consumption there, and ease of availability of nutrients. The process of fermentation is contributing to the ease of bioavailability of nutrients. And because of these, all these properties, and these fermented dairy products, they are getting increasing attraction as healthy snacks also. So this proposed health benefits of fermented dairy foods are obviously, we all are aware of the health benefits of the milk. And in addition to that, to complement that, the bioactive compounds which are released during the fermentation adds to its nutritional as well as functional value. So the various bioactive compounds which are released during the fermentation include these organic acids like lactic acid, acetic acid, butyric acid, bacteriocins, which are proteinaceous substances possessing antimicrobial action. Then flavoring compounds like diacetyl, acetaldehyde, they are also contributing to the antimicrobial action as well as the flavor characteristics of the products. And bioactive peptides possessing a number of, or you can say plethora of health benefits are being released during the fermentation process. In addition to that, some of the starter cultures are producing vitamins and other functional ingredients which are being elaborated during the fermentation process include conjugated linoleic acid, gamma amino butyric acid, exopolysaccharides, short chain fatty acids, etc. Now, all these bioactive compounds are contributing to the functional aspects of the fermented dairy products, and hence the health benefits of fermented dairy foods. Now, we have been consuming these traditional fermented products since a long time, or you can say since time immemorial. And these fermented dairy products are showing a growth, a tremendous growth, and mainly owing to this increasing population, rising incomes, improving standards of living, affordable prices, good for digestion and immunity boosting properties, hot climate, as well as use of some of these products as ingredients in other foods. So this table will give you an idea regarding the curd market growth, projected curd market growth for 2021 to 26. So the curd market is projected to grow at a CAGR of 15.3%, buttermilk at 22.4%. Now, the prominent players in the market are also shown here in the table. Now, this coming to the flavored and frozen yogurt category, increasing population, rising incomes, and improving standards of living and penetration in the emerging regions are some of the factors which are contributing to the growth of flavored and frozen yogurt categories. In case of cheeses, the CAGR, it is growing at a CAGR of 24.8%. And this is being used in the fast food items, as well as its use in the traditional Indian recipes have increased, especially the traditional Indian recipes such as dosha, uttapam, parathas, etc. And also increase in the number of organized retail outlets are contributing to its growth. If you see the international scenario there, the market of fermented dairy foods are projected to grow at a CAGR of 3.9%. And in this case, you can see that a plain yogurt is the fastest growing segment with a CAGR of 5.9%. I hope you can see the screen.
Yes, we can see the screen. Please continue, Dr. Sreeja.
Okay. And drinking yogurt drinking yogurt is also gaining momentum due to the convenience trend. Now, if you see the region, Asia Pacific region is showing the highest growth which is driven by mainly China and India. It is showing a growth of 6.8% there. Now, what is giving this increased growth rate of yogurt is the image that it is a naturally functional product and it contributes to the immunity. So here, if you take a look at this one, where the yogurt has a naturally functional, or it is a very good for health image is there, especially if you see this Indians, more than 70% of the participants, they perceived it as a very healthy product. So here we have an option of packing even more nutrition into yogurt-like products to meet the growing consumer desire for immunity boosting products. Especially immunity boosting ingredients like vitamin D can be incorporated into the yogurt. Now, in a recent research by DSM revealed that 45.4% of the consumers are choosing yogurt which are fortified with the added nutrition there. And another research by FMCG Guru showed that consumers consider probiotics to be a booster to the immune system, and yogurt is considered as one of the best vehicles to deliver probiotics. Now, coming to the high protein fermented dairy foods category, if you take a look at this one, the India, these bars actually this actually shows that the demand for high protein fermented dairy foods are increasing. This shows for India, where when purchasing decisions are made regarding the yogurt, this the Indians are not worried about how much is the protein content of that particular yogurt, but then they are ready to pay for high protein fermented dairy foods there. And because this demand for high protein fermented dairy foods are mainly due to quick and convenient way to boost their health, that is what the consumers think. And they also associate such high protein fermented dairy foods with strength, immunity, and energy. Because when we say dairy, the consumers usually connect it with the high protein content there. So there is an untapped opportunity to focus more on the protein quality there. So some of the high, what you can say is the concentrated milk product, especially the traditional concentrated milk product that we haven't explored is the maska or chakka, which is used for the preparation of the Shrikhand. This itself, the maska itself is a high protein product which can be explored further for use as a high protein fermented dairy food there. Right now we are using it for preparation of the Shrikhand. Shown here are some of the internationally available products there. So you can see that a Danone Hypro strawberry and raspberry flavored protein drinking yogurt. It is rich in protein, around 25 grams, and contains 0% fat, and it helps to maintain muscle mass. And this sweetened product can be left out of the fridge for 4 hours. That is what the manufacturers are claiming there. Then another is this Yoplait protein plain yogurt. It is again a high protein yogurt which is made with ultra filtered milk with 2% of milk fat, 18 gram protein, 2 gram sugar, and 2 grams of carbohydrates per serving. And it is 99% lactose free. That's the claim by the manufacturers. Then the Greek yogurt, this again contains a high protein contents, because if you want to put it under the category of Greek yogurt, as per the legal standards, it has to contain more than 5.6% of the protein. Then coming to cheeses, the cheese market in India is projected to grow at a CAGR of 24.8% during the period of 21 to 26. And this increase is mainly due to increase in the milk production and hence availability of milk for the cheese production. And cheese is being considered as a very healthy and high protein snack for both adult and children. And the changing consumption patterns are further helping to or adding to the cheese market growth. And the use of cheeses is increasing in dishes, various dishes like mashed potatoes, soups, macaroni, casseroles, which the younger generations, they like a lot. And the use of cheeses as a taste enhancer in various traditional Indian recipes are also increasing. Now, based on the types, the processed cheese currently represents the most popular type of cheese in India. And for the majority of the overall market share, this is followed by mozzarella, cheddar, emmental, etc. And the market has also been classified on the basis of formats into slices, diced cubes, shredded blocks, and spreads. Amongst these, cheese slices dominate the market across the region as far as India is concerned. Now, here we have an option of adding more to the cheese category by developing fresh cheese categories like a cottage cheese. We already have a cottage cheese. When we say cottage cheese in India, it's more related to paneer rather than other cottage cheeses. But then paneer does not come under the fermented category because here in India, we make paneer using acid coagulation method. So in case of cottage cheese also the acid coagulation method is there, but the one which is made using starter cultures, they can pack the advantage of the starter cultures, the fermentation, as well as we can have an option of incorporating probiotic cultures into that. And this fresh cheese can be used as a snacking option in the breakfast and along the salads also. Then we need to explore the traditional cheeses like churpi and kradi. These are all the traditional cheeses which are belonging to the hilly regions of India, especially Jammu and Kashmir, Sikkim, and they belong to those regions. But then these traditional cheeses can be brought to other regions of India so that they can also explore the traditional flavors. The next category is lactose free. And if you see the growth, the lactose free product. Sorry. Lactose free. Yogurt is the fastest growing category here, lactose free yogurt. So I'm finding a difficulty with the pointer. Lactose-free yogurt is the fastest growing category there. And the growth of lactose-free milk in India is very promising. Hence, we have an option of introducing other product category in India like lactose-free yogurt and other lactose-free dairy products, because the consumers, they consider lactose-free dairy to be easier to digest than the regular dairy and healthier than the regular dairy products. And the product shown here is the artisanal curd, lactose-free curd, which is being introduced by the Epigamia in the Indian market. Then the next category is low fat, low sugar. So the rising number of diabetic patients, obesity, and the non-communicable diseases are leading to the growth of this low fat, low sugar category fermented dairy foods. And the advantage with the fermented dairy is that even though it is low in fat or low in sugar, the presence of other nutrients like proteins, vitamins, minerals, all these can enhance all these can contribute to the nutrient part of the product, and also for the fermentation can enhance the bioavailability of the nutrients further. So we have a low calorie cheese called a slim cheese from Amul, and low fat dahi is also introduced by Amul in the market. Now, one of the biggest disadvantages when we talk about a fresh fermented category is its shelf life. So here, ambient fermented dairy foods can play a bigger role, because these are the fermented dairy products which are being given a heat treatment after the fermentation, and they can stay stable at room temperature. Now, but lots of disadvantages are also associated with such ambient fermented dairy products, mainly because when you heat treat the milk after fermentation, it results into lots of changes in the body and texture characteristics, flavor, and it leads to whey separation or syneresis also. So in order to overcome those difficulties, or you can say those drawbacks or in the products, we have to modify the processing and need to incorporate stabilizers into that, and also need to incorporate certain additional processing steps to rectify the defects which are appearing due to heat treatment. But there are lots of opportunities there. It helps in entering new geographical markets, because longer shelf lives allows for distribution to larger geographical areas. Then it also facilitates transportation, because cold chain distribution is costly and it is not available in all markets. And it encourages such ambient fermented dairy foods. It encourages new consumption patterns, because the ambient version can be consumed on the go as a snack and can be put in a bag for emergency hunger needs. That is exactly what right now the working population and the youth want. They want the products which they can carry along with them, and they can consume it as a snack at any time, anywhere they want it. Then the other opportunity is that it helps in reaching out to new consumer groups. For instance, by appealing to consumers who don't eat breakfast or don't like to eat cold products, so they have an option in this category. Then it increases the production efficiency through larger production batches, because chilled products usually have a limited shelf life and are therefore produced in relatively smaller batches. So to ensure the products reach the retailer, they are being produced in small batches. So here there is an option of producing it in larger quantity, so that because of its shelf life. Coming to the next promising category, which is the probiotic dairy foods. Probiotics, we all know that they are live beneficial microorganisms. If taken in adequate amount, they can confer a health benefit to the consumer. So the main focus is on gut health and as well as on mental health with probiotic dairy foods. And this conventional dairy matrices are considered as one of the best media for delivery of probiotics. And most commonly used probiotics, they belong to the genus Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium. And in the Lactobacillus also, it is Lactobacillus acidophilus and Lactobacillus casei are the dominant strains which are being used in most of the probiotic products. Now, prebiotic substances are also used along with the probiotics. Prebiotics are basically substances which we cannot, food ingredients which we cannot digest, but once they reach into our gut, the gut microbiota or gut microflora can use these substances for their own benefits, and in turn we will be getting a health benefit. Some of the most commonly used prebiotics are inulin, fructooligosaccharides, galacto-oligosaccharides. And when both probiotic and prebiotics are being put together in a product, we call the product as a symbiotic. The prominent players in the probiotic category in India are GCMMF, Mother Dairy, Nestle India, and Yakult Danone. The major mechanisms of action of probiotics include their increased adhesion to the intestinal epithelium, inhibition of pathogens, competitive exclusion of pathogens, production of antimicrobial substances, modulation of immune system, and a number of other health benefits are being suggested for probiotics, and the clear-cut mechanisms are still not understood properly. But then these are the proposed mechanisms of action of probiotic organisms. Now, here you can see some of the products which are available in the Indian market. Probiotic products, Amul Dahi, this advanced Mother Dairy advanced Dahi, Amul Lassi is there, Yakult is there. Now, this is one product which I find very interesting in the international scenario, that is the Nestle Active Probiotics Low Fat Black Rice with Oat and Wheat Yogurt. So what they claim is it's low in fat, high in calcium, and a good source of protein. Now, because the consumers are highly interested in health benefiting foods, as per WHO, health indicates it's the physical health as well as the mental health. Okay, and according to National Mental Health Survey of India, what they are saying is healthy diet is very important for preventing the mental illnesses. So if you take a look at the pathogenesis of the psychiatric disorders in the people, it includes the chronic low-grade inflammation, oxidative stress, alterations to gut microbiota, nutritional deficiencies. All these are included in the psychiatric disorder, in the pathogenesis of psychiatric disorders, and all these are modifiable through the diet options. So, what is the relation between the gut health, mental health, and probiotics? If you take a look at it, the gut microbiota can influence the central nervous system functions due to its ability to synthesize or mimic a wide range of neuroactive molecules. So, healthy gut function has been linked to a normal central nervous system function. So here you can see that if your gut microbiota in a state of dysbiosis, it can result into an unhealthy gut state, and it result into an abnormal central nervous system function. And at the same time, if you have a eubiosis state where you have a balanced microbial diversity in your gut, it can result into a healthy central nervous system function through a number of metabolic substances which are being released by the this gut microorganisms. So hormones, neurotransmitters, and immunological factors are being released from the gut by the intestinal bacteria, and these are known to send a signal to your central nervous system and to the brain. And some of the comorbidities which are associated with neurological diseases include gastrointestinal symptoms such as constipation, diarrhea, and abdominal pain. This is another slide which is showing the importance of having a good gut health, because this shows what can happen the consequences of a gut dysbiosis in the psychiatric illnesses. So here you can see the diseases: stress, depression, autism, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, etc. And you can have here how the gut microbiota is getting altered. Some of the groups are going up, and some of the microbiota groups are coming down. So this shows a dysbiotic state there, and the researchers have indicated that some of the the probiotic organisms, they can produce neurochemicals which can act as delivery vehicles for the neuroactive compounds. Milk and fermented milks also have a major role to play in the mental health. So the researchers have searched for milk and they have researched, and they found that the alpha-lactalbumin and phospholipids, which can affect the mood and reduce the stress. Also, tryptophan in the milk is which one get activated in the milk. This helps in the production of serotonin, and that is a precursor of most of the antidepressants. Another fact is that important thing is that the calcium is a key player in both the depression relief and stress reduction. And along with that, the magnesium, vitamin D, potassium, and other nutrients are also contributing to its effect. So higher calcium intake might be expected to moderate the extracellular calcium fluctuations and prevent the inhibitory transmission, resulting in a lower prevalence of these depressive symptoms. So consumption of yogurt and calcium was found to be associated with a less rampancy of depressive symptoms in people. And also consumption of probiotic containing yogurt improved the mood was also reported. Shown here is the product. It's a Calpis sour milk whey product there. So administration of this particular Calpis sour milk whey powder significantly improved the memory deficits and prevention of neurodegenerative disorders such as Alzheimer's disease. Another research which showed that the Penicillium candida, which produced a dehydroergosterol. Dehydroergosterol, which is said to have neuroprotective effects there. Now, with the probiotics, when we want to incorporate them, the challenges are that ensuring their viability is very important. And also, because these probiotic strains are prone to changes, and they are being affected by the pH, temperature, and oxygen contents, as well as the processing aspects associated with the products and the storage aspects associated with the products, ensuring their viability is a big challenge. And when we want to call a product as a probiotic product, we need to ensure that they remain viable and also in adequate amount as per the legal standards. Now, in order to overcome these challenges which are associated with probiotics, the researchers are also exploring the possibility of adding postbiotics in the dairy products. Like postbiotics are said to be cell metabolites and the cell wall derived substances secreted by either live bacteria or released following bacterial lysis, and include the enzymes, cell wall substances like teichoic acids, glycolipids, peptides, polysaccharides, cell surface proteins, etc. And out of these metabolic end products, the currently used include bioactive peptides and exopolysaccharides, which are being released by the starter organisms there. Especially exopolysaccharide producing strains can be used for improving the body and texture characteristics in the reduced fat products there. And these exopolysaccharides also possess prebiotic properties, so they can add to the effect of prebiotics there. The slide is not moving, sir.
Slide is not moving, please. Huh?
The slide is not moving, sir.
Ma'am, maybe you are something related to your network issue. Please check once more, ma'am.
Please see whether you will be able to move it backward.
No, sir.
Is there any network issues there? Any network problem?
Ma'am, can you please stop sharing and share again?
Stop.
Okay. Now we are possibility of adding. Okay, possibility of adding postbiotics in dairy products. That is a slide.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, now we are seeing a figure, SMC College of Dairy Science.
Yes, sir.
Now it is moving. Okay, proceed.
Now I'll take the probiotic research studies that we have done at our college, SMC College of Dairy Science. This is a finger millet enriched product with anti-diabetic potential. The thought behind developing this product was combining the benefits of milk and the finger millet in a single product. The finger millets are being recognized as nutri-cereals by the government of India, and it is these cereals are having lots of nutritional aspects there. So with that thought in mind, we combine the benefits of milk, millet, and the probiotic fermentation. So we have used our strains for developing this product, and the product has been evaluated for its anti-diabetic potential through in vivo rat study. Shown here is some of the publications which is related to this product. So the in vivo rat study has shown that the product has significantly decreased the fasting blood glucose level in streptozotocin induced diabetic rats, and the prevention was observed with the finger millet formulation. Around 66.37% reduction in the fasting blood glucose level was observed. Another product is this finger millet enriched product with the anti-obesity potential. Now we have used the same matrix in this case. The only thing that we have changed is we use the starter culture comprising of strains which are selected on the basis of short chain fatty acid production, bile deconjugation ability, antioxidant property, and probiotic potential. And this product has again studied for its potential anti-obesity effect through in vivo rat study. And the results showed that the product has a highly significant, it has given a highly significant reduction in the abdominal fat and a decrease of activity of liver enzymes, particularly alanine transferase and aspartate transaminase, and a decrease in levels of the triglyceride, total cholesterol, and LDL level, and it brought back to the HDL level to the normal compared to the high fat diet fed rats. Then Greek yogurt using alternate culture yogurts. The thought behind this was in place of the typical yogurt cultures that we are using, Streptococcus thermophilus and Lactobacillus bulgaricus. In place of that, we have used the alternate culture yogurts. When we say alternate culture yogurts, you have a Streptococcus thermophilus there, but in place of Lactobacillus bulgaricus, you can use another Lactobacillus strain there. So the advantage of using other Lactobacillus strain is that you can make use of a probiotic strain or other strains having various functional attributes there, so that the yogurt, we get a yogurt with different functional properties there. So with that thought, we combined Streptococcus thermophilus and our strain Lactobacillus helveticus. Both are our strains for the preparation of Greek yogurt. Then this is a barley enriched product with a potential anti-urolithiatic activity. Here, in this case, we combined milk and barley, and we used our strains, which is possessing oxalate degrading potential there. And though the cultures were selected on the basis of their ability to degrade oxalates, and the promising strains were screened, and they were also evaluated for the presence of OXC genes there. And these strains were used as starter culture in preparing this particular product, and the product is found to have a promising antioxidant activity, is inhibitory, and it was also studied for its antimicrobial activity and anti-diabetic potential also. And this product was developed by the financial support of Gujarat State Biotechnology Mission. So the results showed that is the changes which were observed in the disease control group due to the administration of this ammonium chloride ethylene glycol administration, which were successfully ameliorated in this group. So the highly significant elevation in serum magnesium level was observed, maybe owing to the effect of fermentation. And the DC group, which showed an increase in the levels of serum calcium, creatine, uric acid, and a significant decrease in levels of serum magnesium, osteopondin, and uromodil levels were reversed in case of this product-fed group. And because the lipid peroxidation changes which we have observed in the ethylene glycol and ammonium chloride administered group, which have been found to be ameliorated in the product administered group, as shown by these levels of glutathione and improved level of glutathione and MBA levels. Then another product that we have developed is symbiotic cottage cheese using probiotic thermophilic cultures, where the cottage cheese are being traditionally prepared using mesophilic cultures there. So in this case, we have used thermophilic cultures for developing cottage cheese, and we have used inulin as a prebiotic here, and the product is found to have a good antioxidant and ACE inhibitory properties. In addition to this functional product development, work on bioactive peptides are also going on in our department, using our strains and from the indigenous breeds, milk from the indigenous breeds of camel, goat milk, and the fermentation of these milks using these indigenous strains, it led to the release of peptides having ACE inhibitory activity and antioxidative activity mainly. Now coming to the challenges, the product development challenges mainly includes, especially with respect to fermented dairy products, when we talk about incorporation of probiotic strains, shelf life of the product, and maintaining cold chain is a very important challenge associated with the fermented dairy foods there. And another thing is that because the consumers are placing greater emphasis on health, safety, and validation of probiotic claims is needed. Reassurance that the products are real, authentic, and nutritional. That is what the consumers actually want. And so somehow the manufacturers or producers of the products, they have to look into this and give the consumers reassurance regarding the authenticity of the products, especially with respect to the product health claims if they are making. And then awareness, more awareness programs regarding new product launches and its health benefits. This is very essential, especially most of the time the consumers are not aware of. And in case of products, what we are, the difficulty that we are facing is you cannot actually prove that a particular product is having a certain health benefit through trials and studies. So it's awareness programs which are helping the consumers to make a decision regarding which product to buy and where to look for and what to buy. For example, in our cases also, the foods that we consume, when we are advised to consume, for example, if your stomach is upset, you are advised to consume buttermilk or dahi or curd rice. It's not like we already have any proof or something. It's going to act like a drug or it is going to benefit you, but then we consume it because we are aware of the things. We have learned it from our grandparents, parents, and we have heard from them. So the awareness programs are very essential, especially regarding new product launches and their potential health benefits, or you can say nutritional benefits. Then another thing is rural penetration and awareness and educating the rural people regarding the benefits of health benefits of fermented dairy foods is very essential. And this can help in rural penetration. And also we are in our university also, we are doing awareness programs for the farmers regarding the health benefits of fermented dairy products as well as probiotic dairy foods and dairy foods in general, which is very essential. Then we need to find out ways to communicate the functionality of products to the consumers, because one thing that I mentioned in the earlier slide was that the consumers find it the confusing technical details of healthy products. So the technical details of healthy products, when we are projecting, it should be more understandable, and there should be a simple way of telling the things to the consumers. And there exists a need for more R&D activities to prove functionality of the products. At least what we can say is we can take it to the in vivo animal studies. And these research activities, I know that the food giants, they have their own R&D centers there. So whatever studies they are carrying out to whatever levels, it has to be they can show or display in their website, so that if a consumer is interested in that, at least they can go and find out the things there. And declaring the functionality on the label. Now what we are doing is we claim for general well-being, and we are not going for particular health benefits, because unless and until you prove it through studies as per the legal standards, you are not allowed to go for a particular claim there. So but then I think we can at least put in the label the product has been studied for such and such benefits. I don't know how much whether it is how much feasible that is. Then collaborations of food industry institutions and R&D centers are very essential because each has a different approach to a particular problem or particular development aspects related to a product. So their collaborations can bring the different thoughts together to have a better outcome there. So to conclude, I want to say it in a very positive manner because in this pandemic time, I think the fermented dairy foods has a very bright future due to the increase in the milk production, increased awareness on the healthy issues, and the consumers are increasingly concentrating on their health aspects, and they are connecting that with the diet rather than with the gyms and the fitness programs. And also they are thinking about the preventive approaches, how they can actually maintain their proper health. And another advantage is our youth population. So then dairy industry, so far the largest and the fastest growing sector for application of probiotics. So we have an opportunity to grab that there, and the consumers have started accepting this probiotic concept increasingly there. So I think we need to grab that opportunity. And we have to go for awareness. More and more of awareness is needed there, and there is a need to explore our traditional cheeses. That is what I feel like. Even though I know that when we say some of the traditional cheeses they are being made using the milk which is typically available there, for example yak milk or something. But then most of the traditional fermented foods have been commercialized now. Then there is lots of research scope for the budding food scientists there. So being from the academia, I think lots of chances for research there for the fooding, for the budding food scientists there. So that's it from me. And thanks for your patient listening. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your words of wisdom. I hope that all the participants have understood and they have gained the knowledge regarding the fermented dairy foods. So now the session is open for discussion. The candidates may please ask questions. You can unmute your audios and can ask questions.
Shankaran from Chennai. See, you told me about the yogurt on the some fortification can be done. It is permitted by the FSSA. One thing. Second point is that yogurt, the organisms, it is publicly available in any companies like that. You improved calcium to be improved, everything. This all in the literature is there, but practically is it available in the market?
Sir, can you please repeat the question? I couldn't get it clearly.
You told that yogurt fortification is being done, can be done.
Yes, sir.
Fortification is permitted by the FSSA.
Yes, sir.
And,
you can go for fortification. You can go for fortification.
I permitted by FSSA.
Yes, sir.
Regarding the all these new products, all the products are available in the market.
Which new products, sir?
You are all probiotics, calcium, added calcium, this for including reduce the depression, everything. Is it available?
No, sir. No, sir. Some of the, as far as India is concerned, no, not all the products which I have shown is not available in the Indian market. In the probiotic category, Mainly we have the probiotics which have been delivered through the traditional food matrices like probiotic dahi, probiotic lassi, and probiotic buttermilk. These products are available. But then the low lactose product which has been introduced by Epigamia is available in the market. And these are some of the products available in the Indian market.
But in foreign countries, of course, it's available in
Yes, sir.
in the foreign markets, these products which you are told, it is available.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, they are available. Those
that.
are the products which are existing in the international market.
And all these products, the incubated, same thing like yogurt at 45 degrees at 3 hours, 4 hours, at the pH 0.5. Is it the same thing?
No, sir. No, sir. Because it will vary, the processing will vary. It's not the processing steps which may be involved in the conventional, in the preparation of the normal yogurt. They have to make modifications while preparing such products.
And what is the incubation temperature?
Yes, sir.
Incubation temperature.
Incubation temperature, if you say for the yogurt, it is usually 42 degrees centigrade, because the moment we say yogurt, as per the legal definition, the yogurt culture is Streptococcus thermophilus and Lactobacillus bulgaricus. So for the yogurt, we consider it as 42 degree centigrade. But when you are making modifications in that, and when you are using other cultures also, then accordingly you have to make the necessary modifications in the incubation part also, or if not in the incubation part, then you'll have to make necessary modifications in the other processing steps.
And the end point is they come to the pH 0.5, correct?
pH, it will be around 4.6, 4.6, 4.7.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Please.
Hello, Dr. Mudgal.
Hello.
Could you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Oh, thank you very much for a nice presentation, first of all.
Thank you.
I would like to ask to you that is it any natural probiotics there?
Natural probiotics?
Without adulteration.
Without?
Without adulteration, any adulteration.
Sir, probiotics means they are basically live microorganisms, sir. Live microorganisms. So I couldn't get your question first of all, because how
no,
they are without
my question is
only. They are basically live microorganisms.
So many fermented products, just like milk products.
Yes, sir.
Yogurt, buttermilk, and a lot of, just like in Gujarat, so many fermented products. They are natural probiotics. So
no, sir, we cannot say they are naturally probiotic, because when we say probiotic bacterium or probiotic microorganism, it has to fulfill certain requirements. Because the normal selection of starter cultures and the selection of probiotics will vary. The probiotics organisms should have the ability to survive the conditions which are existing in our gastrointestinal tract. They should have the ability to tolerate the low pH conditions, bile concentration existing in our gastrointestinal tract, and they should possess the ability to adhere to our intestine, and they also should have an antibiotic. So a series of tests are being carried out actually for selection of these probiotic strains. So then only we can call them as a probiotic strain. First of all, they have to be identified properly. That's very essential. So we cannot call all the product as probiotic products. So the probiotic product should contain the proven probiotic strains. Then only you can call it.
Okay, thank you very much. My second question is, if we will add some extra microorganism in probiotics, some products just like in yogurts, in milk, so they will affect the nutritional value of the product or textural value of the product or some rheological characteristic of the product?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Would they?
Yes, sir. Because each and every microorganisms, they have their own unique metabolic activities, and how they are utilizing the milk constituents, and how based on their metabolic activities, the end product of metabolism will vary, and they can bring changes.
So my question is just very small, just new. If we will add some microorganism in yogurt and the textural value is different without microorganism and after adding microorganism, so how we can connect, how we can stable the textural value of the product? Is it possible or not?
If you add extra microorganisms, it will bring changes. If it is able to grow in that in the stored conditions, it's obviously going to bring changes there.
So it will be the whole rheological parameters.
Yes, it will bring rheological changes, also textural changes and other changes if the organism is going to grow in the milk.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Srija, there are a few questions in the chat box. Can you just look into the chat box also?
Yeah, I have asked one question. My name is Dr. Rajendra Kumar. Now, it was a very nice presentation, first of all. Now, my question is, have you developed any specific probiotic product for this school-going children and the working women? Because these two classes requires extra nutrients or calorie. So have you developed any such product which is aimed basically for the school-going children and the working women?
Sir, we have made an attempt to prepare an iron-enriched, iron-fortified fermented product, especially at our college, at Dairy Technology Division, along with our Dairy Microbiology Division. But then, unfortunately, we could not test its effect in the school children. We have tried, then this pandemic came, so we couldn't take it further. So that's the state. Then for the women, we haven't developed any products, especially targeting a particular population or sector.
Because why I asked is, especially women working in the IT sector, they are sometimes to work in stress conditions. So yes, considering their health aspects, is it not required to develop some products for the working women and also for the school-going children? Because all the probiotic products available right now in the market is very high cost, which is not affordable for the school-going children. So if you can develop a product of low cost, but at the same time giving probiotic aspects, then it will be very, very useful. That is why I just asked you.
This product that we have developed, this iron fortified one, it was in buttermilk medium, actually.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So there is a question from Dr. H.C. Shankarlinga Gowda. Gowda, if you are there, please unmute and please ask the question. Gowda. I think that there is some network issues.
Yes, well,
yes, please.
I'm Dr. Gandhi, D.N. Gandhi. Is it audible? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Namaste, sir. Namaste, sir.
Namaste. Well, congratulations to you for your nice presentation.
Thank
and
you
also
so much.
the recent all development R&D in the fermented products also. It's nice. Actually, I would like to supplement here that I attended one of the conference in Anand campus in the same when Dr. Kurian was there, and he just announced, he told that in India, now a lot of milk is there, and people should stop making, not stop making, but there should be control on the more development of this ghee and powder. There should be diversification in the fermented milk products. I was very happy because we were working on this product since 1975, and I was very much excited at that time. But now I find a lot of work is going on, and many technologies have been developed by students, by different university and other institution also. So in that way, I wanted to say this. And secondly, these technology, whatever these have been developed on the fermented food products, they are very much suitable for the small dairy entrepreneurs. In fact, because it is having low shelf life, as you have already indicated, there's problem of transportation. So in that way, in local area, metropolitan city, that within 10 to 15 days, these products should be consumed. So, and they can get all beneficial effect with regard to nutritional value and therapeutic value too. So, and nowadays, a lot of probiotic products have come, particularly Yakult was the first which came, and there was competition between the Amul, Mother Dairy, and then the Yakult also. I am happy that people have started, and there's a lot of increase in the consumption of these products are there. And one participant, he asked that there is a natural product where the probiotic culture is there. Yes, well, is of course, everybody cannot purchase sometime standardized product where these probiotics are present. But in normally, in Dahi itself, of course, it's a long back report is there. We work also, where about 7% of this culture, lactic acid bacteria, were found to be probiotic in the milk, Dahi, curd. So in that way, these products are also directly or indirectly, they are very much useful. And they are useful bacteria. They must be consumed, and they are very helpful in digestive system also, and lead to longer life also. This is what I want to submit. Thank you so much, Sanju, and congratulations to the team of IDA Kerala chapter also. Okay, all the best. Carry on.
Ma'am, we have few questions in the chat box.
Yes.
Can you please reply for that?
Can we develop any probiotic product utilizing whey from paneer and cheese with a different prices to make it affordable? If so, yeah. You can definitely prepare a product using whey. Whey, we have done in our department, we have done lots of work regarding the growth of our potential probiotic cultures using whey as a medium for growing them, and we found promising results with paneer whey as well as cheese whey as medium for growth of these probiotic strains. So it's a very promising one, and this whey drinks, fermented whey drinks, I personally find it to be very refreshing there, and so you can always go for.
Should I add in this also?
Yeah, sure.
Hello?
Sir.
Yeah,
Sure, sir.
I think you should know also, probably you may be knowing, even might have taught you also. We also at NDRI Canal, the established whey drink was developed, and which showed very good acceptability by the customer at milk parlor.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
It's more of Gandhi sir. I just wanted to add that it should be more affordable, because when you pack and everything, for a common people, it is not affordable. So the using of whey wanted to make it more affordable, because all those probiotic cultures are very high cost. And
this is very economical. Sir, this is we more than 5 lakh packets were sold through milk parlor, and there was not a single complaint. But industry don't want to take this technology because of the poor shelf life. So they were long shelf life products. So that's why this was not further exploited. Although this technology was transferred to NRDC also for commercial exploitation, and efforts were made. Somehow it was not done, but it can be again. It can be initiated.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And madam, it was a very informative presentation, and we appreciate all the efforts put in for the presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, Ragendu, please continue. I think the questions are over now.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you again, Dr. Srijavi, for answering those questions and for the great presentation. It was a pleasure to have you with us here. So now I would like to invite Dr. P.I. Givagis, Vice Chairman, IDA South Zone, to deliver the vote of thanks. So please.
Okay, good evening, one and all. So as Dr. Rajkumar has rightly pointed out, this is a 10th webinar that is being organized by the IDEA Kerala chapter in connection with the birth centenary celebrations of our milkman, Dr. Varghese Kurian. So we will be continuing this webinar for the next 2 months up to November. And November, we are going to have a very grand program in connection with the culmination of the program. So that is going to be on 26th of November, 2021. So all these webinars that are being organized by the academia, it is being aimed at the academia, then again the farmers, then again the entrepreneurs, then students, and so on. And we have received a very good report, feedback about all the programs that we have already arranged, particularly that is being aimed for the academia and also for the researchers. So in this connection, I would like to thank Dr. Srija, Assistant Professor and Head of the Department of Microbiology, SMC College, Anand, for giving a wonderful presentation regarding the probiotics and prospects of probiotics. And especially, I am very much impressed for hearing some thoughts she has put forward, how the probiotics or the fermented milk products are going to increase our mental health, particularly in this COVID pandemic time. Definitely, this is having a very great role, how it is going to improve the mental health of the common people or people around us. And again, she has covered the topic very nicely. Almost all the points has been covered. On behalf of the Indian Dairy Association Kerala chapter, I would like to extend you a big thanks for coming over here in the right time and giving a very nice presentation for the entire community. Thank you. Thank you once again. I am also thankful to...
Thank you so much.
Okay. I am also very much thankful to all the participants across India. We are having participants who have attended this program. We are thankful to all the participants who are here with us for attending this program. And again, we are also thankful to the IDA South Zone for providing the link and also giving all support for organizing the program. Thank you once again for being with us. Thank you. Jagendu, please.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for attending. And we hope you have learned and enjoyed this presentation. And my special thanks to all the delegates who have successfully participated in the webinar. And the session has officially come to an end. Thank you so much.
No. Please. There is a photo
yes,
session.
There's
please,
a photo session.
Please.
Everyone, please turn on your video.
Yes.
All the participants are requested to turn on the video, please.
All of you,
all
please,
the participants.
Please turn on the video, because in the report we have to give this photograph also. It will be published in the Indian Dairyman, please.
Yes, sir. It's done.
Okay, thank you.
The photo is over. Okay.
Thank you, Riaz. Thank you.
Ragendu,
and the session has officially came to an end. Thank you all the participants, and thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you once again, all of you,
Thank you,
please.
sir. Thank you. See, Varghese sir.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajendra Kumar sir.